Welcome, loyal viewers, to an all-new episode of The Reactor, where we take the comics that we read this week and we spit them back to you so you know what to read or what you should be reading. First up, we have the Uncanny Avengers. Deadpool is finally a part of the Avengers team. My favorite character, my favorite team, what's not to like? So maybe I'll be a little bit biased in this one, but I think this is a really cool book. It's bringing back the idea of the Unity Squad, you know, humans, mutants, and now Inhumans coming together to show that the world doesn't have to keep killing each other every 5 seconds. We get a look at the first villain, who is doing some weird organic stuff and kind of messing with organic life, and that seems to be the first threat. So it pretty much is a really good introductory issue. Everybody gets their spot in the limelight. The only issue I really had with this is I love the creative team. Gary Duggan is the guy who does Deadpool. He does an amazing job in this book, and Ryan Stegman's doing the art. I loved his work on Superior Spider-Man, but in this one, he's going for a more cartoon-like style, and I think it's a little too much. Sometimes people just look like they're covered in tumors. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully he pauses it up a little bit because it's a little distracting at times, but still a good read. You should definitely pick this up. It was a fun time. It's not like the other Avengers books, I promise. Speaking of Avengers, the next book we have is The New Avengers. Now this was one I wasn't too excited about. It's Al Ewing and Gerardo Sandoval. He's a pretty cool artist. Al Ewing's work I really didn't like too much on Mighty Avengers, but I figured I'd give this one a new shot. It's really out there. We got Sunspot, who's bringing together the most eclectic group of Avengers I've ever seen. Hulkling, Wiccan, Songbird, Squirrel Girl. Never thought I'd see Squirrel Girl on an Avengers team. I don't know what she's gonna do, but she's on there. But it's interesting. I'm probably not gonna keep reviewing it unless you guys want me to, but if you're really like off-the-wall crazy ideas, definitely give this one a look. Next up, we have Captain America, Sam Wilson, because you gotta know it's not Steve Rogers, it's Captain America Sam Wilson. Totally different. This is by Nick Spencer and Daniel Acuna. I love Nick Spencer. Superior Foes of Spider-Man and Ant-Man were two of my favorite books of the past couple years. He's great work. Daniel Acuna also did amazing work on Uncanny Avengers with Rick Remender. My problem is I don't feel like those two mesh really well. Nick Spencer's kind of a really funny guy. Daniel Acuna's more of his art seems to evoke a more serious tone. I don't think that this team really works well in this book. He's pretty much, you know, trying to acclimate himself to the role and adjust without having S.H.I.E.L.D. fund him, because everybody hates Sam Wilson. I almost feel bad for him. Everybody hates him for, like, no reason. They even call him Captain Socialism in this book. But it's pretty much just him trying to be more than what the old Steve Rogers was. Old Steve Rogers was just a soldier. He wants to be more of a symbol of the American way. So it's him trying to do that. It's not going very well. So again, I don't know if the team really works for this book. I don't know if I want a jokey Sam Wilson Captain America, but it's interesting to say the least. I might keep getting this. I haven't decided yet, but you know, it's worth checking out, I guess. It's kind of cool. And you know, it's for Nick Spencer because he's a cool guy. Next up, we have Radioactive Spider-Gwen. Don't worry if you haven't read the 5-issue limited series or the Spider-Gwen one-shot. Don't need any of that. If you haven't read it, basically, Gwen Stacy got the Spider-Man formula instead of Peter Parker. He became the Lizard instead. It's not really spoiling anything. That's pretty much just where this picks off. So I'm not going to tell you too much because you should definitely go pick this up and give it a look yourself. You don't need to know anything that happened in the other issues of Spider-Gwen. Just get this. It looks really cool. It's really hip. New take on Spider-Man. I really like it. You should definitely get it. Next up, for all you DC fans out there, Batman is the only DC thing that really came out this week that I wanted to get. This is more of the super heavy storyline with Jim Gordon as Batbot, or whatever you want to call him, Robo Bunny, Bat Bunny, whatever. We finally get Mr. Bloom into the fray of the action. Some more stuff going on with the Gary Powers Institute and what they're doing, which I feel like is going to explode in a huge powder keg by the end of the storyline. But, you know, Zack Snyder loves to build to that climax and just blow it all over the page. So we're getting ready for that to happen. So a couple new developments. I don't want to spoil anything again because I want you to go buy this book because you should support your books so they can keep being great like this one. But it was a really fun read. Greg Capullo and Zack Snyder knocked it out of the park again. Definite recommend. And the last book was a book I've been waiting for a long time. If you got the censor version, it's called I Hate Fairyland, but I'm not one for censorship, so I got Fuck Fairyland. Fuck that place. It's a piece of shit. This book is so much fun. If you've read anything from Scotty Young that he, drew or wrote, you know what to expect. But this is like the dark, evil version of Scotty Young, and I love it. I love the mixing of adult themes in a childlike setting and how they just don't mix very well. Got crazy stuff. There's super crazy gore, funny, irreverent humor. Like, imagine R-rated Adventure Time, and it's pretty much this book, and it is amazing. The story is about this girl named Gertrude who goes to fairyland as a child, but then she gets stuck there for 27 years. So you have this 30-year-old woman in a fairy type land like Alice in Wonderland, and she is just murdering and killing and being vulgar, and it is beautiful and amazing. If you get one independent book, this is the book you should get this week. It is so good. So that is all the books that we have for you today here at Project Arc. Hope you enjoyed it. Give us that like and subscribe, comment on what you thought. If there's something we didn't read that you thought we should be reading to you, then let us know. Maybe we'll go pick that up and read it just for you. Other than that, let us know what you thought about these books if you liked them too. And thank you for watching another episode of The Reactor. My name is Daniel, and have a great day.